Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in this lecture, we'll be discussing about top 100 MCQs of business communication. Okay, so yeah, let's start. Okay, so basically this is the toughest MCQ, 100 MCQ. If you solve this question, so that means you have better knowledge. Okay, so also you have to test yourself and then tell me in the comment section how much score was you. Okay. So yeah, question number first we have communication primarily means. Communication primarily means sending letters only, nahi. Exchanging of ideas and understanding, nahi. Giving order, speaking loudly. So data, exchanging of ideas, understanding. This is called the communication. Okay. Question number two. Which element is not a part of communication process? Sender is a process. Actually, we have 7 processes in a communication. So sender is a process, receiver, encoder, decoder, feedback, channel, medium. Okay, we have 7. But the calculator is not any process in communication. Okay, this is not any part actually. Next question, we have the process of converting ideas into the symbols. Symbols is called what? Encoding. Okay, like you are converting your own ideas into the symbols. This is called, and from the symbols you are converting it into the meaningful words that call the decoding. Okay, so which communication barrier arises due to the different languages, like both there are two people and they are both are communicating they are using different languages to communicate each other. Okay, so this is kind of language barrier, and that comes under semantic barrier. Okay, so 7 C's of communication mainly ensures what? Legal validity, no. Effective communication, marketing strategy, data security. So the answer would be the option B. Okay. Question number 6. Which is not among of C? 7 C's. 7 C's. Which is not among 7 C's? Clarity is, completeness, courtesy, complexity is not. Okay. Complexity is not among in the 7 C's. Okay. Next question we have noise in communication means what? Noise means any disturbance affecting masses. Okay, should I color it? Yes, now it's okay. Yeah, now it's good. Question number 7. Communication without feedback is what called what? One-way communication, incomplete communication. Okay, that means communication is not completed. Basically communication is a process of two-way communication, and hence what happened is you have to also use feedback as well. Okay, question number 9, we have the receiver converts symbol into the meaningful through. I have already told this process is called decoding. Okay, encoding is what? Converting into the sign. Okay, and decoding is what? Decoding is what? Converting into the converting those signs and symbols into the meaningful words. Okay, that's called the decoding. Okay, next question we have, which function of communication improves coordination? Which function of communication improves coordination? Entertainment is no. Motivation, no. Rumor is not. Okay, so answer is what? Option C is correct answer. Okay, also you can eliminate questions as well, the one who you don't know actually. Okay, next question we have, communication barriers caused by emotions. Communication barriers caused by emotions called what? Psychological barrier. Okay, next question we have, effective communication must be not complex. Yeah, it should be clear. It should not be ambiguous. Okay, it should not be lengthy, so it should be clear always. Okay, next question we have, the final response from the receiver is called what? This called the feedback. We have already discussed about the feedback, right? So which next question we have, which barrier occur due to the poor network connection? Like you don't have that much better network connections, So which kind of the barrier is it? Okay, so this is called the mechanical barrier. That means you have some sorts of issues in your Mac machine. Okay, and your machine can be anything. Okay, so here network connection means your router is not good or something like that. The main problem is like that. Okay, so that is mechanical, in which some issues are there in your machine. Okay, communication is considered complete when sender speak no. If only sender speak, that is called the one way. Okay, message reaches destination, that's also okay, but receiver understand message, this would be the better. Okay, if a receiver is understanding each and every messages properly, so this would be the complete communication. Okay, next question we have, formal communication generally follows what? Formal communication generally follows what? Random structure? No, it's a fixed structure. Organizational hierarchy. Personal interest doesn't come into the formal communication, it come into the informal. Okay, Rumour chain? No. So option B is the correct answer. Okay, next question we have, which communication objective increases employee morale? Employees morale. Which communication objective increases employees morale? Threatening? No. Motivation? Rumor? Spreading criticism only? So yeah, option B. You have to also eliminate questions. Okay, which can be the correct answer over here. The most essential quality of communication is what? Essential quality of communication is what? Complexity, length, decoration? No. Clarity. Okay. Next question we have, which barrier result from the information overload? Information overload. Which barrier results from information overload? Mechanical? No, you don't have any mechanical issues. Okay. Physical? No. Semantic? No. Information overload, that means you have a lot of information, so that is organizational. Your organization is giving you a lot of information, you have to, this can be also a barrier as well. Okay, communication is cycle start from what? Sender. Communication start from sender and go up to the receiver. Feedback, actually, sorry, feedback. Yeah, oral communication is mainly what? Spoken exchange. Okay, face-to-face communication is best for what? Quick feedback, permanent record. For permanent record, written communication is good. Okay, legal notices? No. Advertisement only? No. Quick feedback. Face-to-face communication and also oral communication is also good for quick feedback. Okay, so keep it in your mind as well. Okay, next question we have, teleconferences allows communication through. Teleconferences allows through which communication? This is no written letter, no telephone, postal, fax. Yeah, it's a telephone. Okay, it can be video conference. No, it's daily. No. Teleconferences through telephone network. Okay. Next question we have, which communication medium reaches large audience simultaneously? Personal interview? No. Radio, telephone, memo. Radio. Yeah, you can connect huge amount of people through radio. Okay, radio would be the communication medium. Okay, next question we have, Grapevine communication is what? So you have to keep this in your mind. Grapevine communication is informal communication. Sometimes that might ask you, which communication is also known as grapevine. Okay, then the answer would be the informal communication, which is not oral communication. Speeches, yeah, it's group discussion. Yeah, it is. Report writing? No, it is not. Okay, so answer is C. Next question we have, good listening improves what? If you are a good listener, what does it improve? That the question. Okay, misunderstanding, good listening. No. Communication effectiveness. If you listen the person, you are actually going to communicate. Your communication will be effective. because you know everything, the person that have been told, right? Rumors, noise, no. Misunderstanding, no. So communication effectiveness. Okay. The major disadvantage of oral communication is disadvantage. Okay. Immediate feedback. This is advantage, right? Lack of permanent record. Yeah. And that this is the mm, actually you can say that lack of the permanent record is you can find out into the written communication, but there a question that will come is in the written communication, what is the drawback, what is the disadvantage? So this is immediate feedback. You cannot give the immediate feedback since it's a written, so yeah, it's a time consuming. Okay, so that's why. Press conferencing is mainly used for what? Press conferencing. Entertainment, no. Public announcement, okay. Publicly, if a person have to announce something publicly, so they'll use press conference, okay. This is also a communication medium, okay. Communication medium. Personal communication, internal gossip, no, not at all, okay. Closed circuit TV is mainly used for what? Closed circuit TV. Open public broadcasting, limited audience communication, printing document, audio recording. C and D eliminate first, A and B. Which option can be open public? No, it's a closed circuit TV, right? So option B is correct here. Limited. Limited audience communication, closed circuit TV is mainly used for. They have certain kind of the people that can be part of this communication, okay? Limited audience communication, this is called as well. Okay, the art of listening requires what? Ignoring speaker, patience and concentration. Okay, patience and concentration. If you listen anyone carefully, you have that shows actually how patience you are, right? How much patience you have actually, and how you are concentrate on this thing as well. So yeah, speaking continuously, no. Interrupting frequently, no. This is not okay. So option B is correct. Which communication method is fastest? Fastest. So yeah, oral communication. Oral communication is fastest and it'll give instant feedback. Okay, but drawback was what? No proof of. There is no such proof that you'll get actually in the written communication. Okay. So next question: rumor is spread mostly through what? Rumors, informal channel informal channel actually, okay. That's also called a grapevine. I have already told that grapevine is the another, or you can say informal channels are also called as a grapevine, okay. Demonstration communication is best for what? Demonstration communication, like if you are demonstrating anybody, so that would be the best for what? Showing practical processes, okay. Next question, we have the main objective of group discussion is what? Group discussion, okay. Individual dominance, no. Exchanging of ideas. Argument only. Time pass, no. Exchanging of ideas, okay. Public address system is mainly used for what? Public address system is mainly used for written communication. Public access address system, mass oral communication. You communicate people orally in bunch amount of the people, okay. Which is the principle of effective speech? Vagueness, no. Clarity. Clarity for sure, okay. Next question we have listening barrier include distraction, concentration, attention, patience. This is the barrier. Barrier that is actually stopping you from doing good communication, okay. So distraction is also kind of barrier, okay. Oral reports are generally permanent record, no. Written reports actually, okay. Spoken presentations, legal document, printed material, spoken, okay. Next question we have question number 40. Which communication style encourages participation? Encourages participation. Dictatorship, discussion, silence, isolation. Discussion, okay. Video conferencing combines audio and video communication. Both, okay? Effective listening requires avoiding. If you want to do effective listening, what should you have to avoid? Eye contact? No. Interruption? Yeah. Dictaphone is used for. You know dictaphone? Dictaphone is basically used to voice recording. A lot of YouTuber also uses it. In previous time they are using, right now they don't use, okay? So basically it's a voice recording. Most of the people usually record it from their phone, or they have some sort of mic also, right? Oral communication is highly useful during emergency situation. Emergency situation. Otherwise, because we don't have any legal document, so that's why it's not permanent, you know. It only used in the emergency situation. Otherwise, we prefer to use written communication over it. Okay, which communication type allows instant clarification? That's the oral communication. Okay, we have already discussed about this thing, right? Okay, we are about to cross 50 questions. Okay, so keep patience and watch the video till the end. Okay, the main purpose of written communication is permanent documentation. Okay, yes, the thing that I discussed, permanent documentation, is what it was the disadvantage or limitation of oral communication, right? So clarity in writing means ambiguous language, easy understanding. Yeah, how clarity you have used, actually how it is easy to understand. Okay, which is not a principle of effective writing. Which is not a principle of effective writing. That's the confusion. Okay, confusion. Next question we have 49. Electronic writing mainly includes what? Email. And digital document. Email stands for electronic mail. So electronically you are writing mail. That's all the email. And electronic writing mainly includes email and digital documents. Writing communication is preferred when written communication is, record is required. The thing that we have already discussed. Otherwise, instant communication, we usually prefer to use oral communication over it. Okay, which writing quality improves readability? Which writing quality? Long paragraph? No. Proper structure. Who is gonna read long paragraph? We should use proper structure. Okay, that actually sequence of the person who is gonna have to read it, right? Business writing should be precise. Precise means not that much lengthy. Short. Okay. The electronic writing process improves speed and storage. It doesn't contain that much storage actually. Okay. You can store it online on, you know, you can store uh, electronically. So which communication type consume more time? Which communication type? We are written communication, right? An effective communication, an effective written message must avoid simplicity, grammar error, clarity, conciseness. Effective avoid grammar error. I mean, suppose you have written something and you have some sort of grammar error, right? And the reader is just focusing on your grammar error. So you cannot be a good, mm, you cannot be good to write messages like that. Okay. Next question, drafting means you are just gonna write down something and you are not posting it. I mean, you have just written your email, you have just prepared it and you have just saved it. Preparing preliminary version. You just prepare it and you are not gonna, you don't have even send it. You just have prepared it for some time. You have to send it, okay? Formal written communication includes formal, official letter, Informal talk doesn't consume. Rumors are part of informal, not formal. Okay. Grapevine messages are also called the informal messages, right? So from this you can also eliminate the question as well. Okay. Next question, 58 question we have, which writing technique improves understanding? Simple language. As simple as you write, people can more and more people can understand it. Okay. Electronic communication reduces what? Paperwork. Okay. Written communication lacks where immediate feedback because it consume a lot of time, so you cannot get immediate feedback from this. You have to take some. You're gonna take some time to write down it, right? So that's why business writing mainly aims to professional communication. Business writing, your professional communication. Okay. I mean, it mainly focus on professional communication. Which factor is most important in report writing? Irrelevant details, no. Accuracy, rumors, decoration, accuracy. Decoration is not okay. Report writing, accuracy. How accurate you have written. Report means you are exploring anything. Like you have to just write down all the stuffs, all the biodata. Also, biodata is also part of our report, right? So, report is you are exploring something and you are writing something about this thing, and that shows actually how accurate your data is. Okay, and yeah, report is not one pages. Okay, it can be lengthy as you can actually explore. That actually tells how much explore you have anything, how accurate it is. Okay, so accuracy is something about the report writing that matters more than that. Okay. Written communication is suitable for what? Written. Emergency warning. No, it's a for emergency warning. Oral communication is good, right? So policies and contract. Yeah, that is something for that important. It's contract means you have signed the contract. Okay, we have done this thing. You have any sort of proof? So basically, for the proof, you have uh, a suitable written communication. Okay. Good writing requires organization of ideas, random thoughts, complex grammars. Good writing, organization of ideas. Which communication is legally accepted as evidence? Which communication is legally accepted as evidence? Written communication. Legally accepted, okay? You have some sorts of stamp and all, okay? Business letter mainly serves official communication, okay? Question number 63, we have a sales letter aims to sales letter promote product and services. Question number 68, we have circular letter are sent to one person only, multiple persons, okay? Resume is mainly used for what? Job application. If you need any job, you first prepare your resume, right? Which letter is written to know product details? Product details, inquiry letter. So if you want to know about the product, you want to do inquiry about this product actually. Okay, so that's why it's called inquiry letter. Reports should be reports should be biased, no. Objective, emotional, informal, no. Objective. You have any objective to on which you can actually write your own report. Okay, you have any motto. Okay, a specific motto actually. That's called objective. Okay. A complaint letter should maintain. Complaint letter, aggressive tone, no. Courtesy. Courtesy means how how polite your letter is. Okay. You don't need to use aggressive tone here into your complaint letter. Okay. You have to use courtesy, how polite you are actually. Okay. Even though it's a complaint letter, but you have to be polite. Okay. Next question 73, we have word processor is mainly used for what? Document creation as MS Word we have. Okay, so documenting we basically use it for the documenting. Okay, fax transmit what? Printed document electronically. Email stand for electronic mail. Okay. Next question we have voicemail stores. Voicemail can store audio messages, only audio. It doesn't contain video. Okay. Internet is best described as single computer, global network, typewriter, telephone devices. Global network. Internet is a network of networks. Okay. SMS stand for SMS stand for you have to tell me answer of this question. I'm not gonna tell this answer of this question. This 72 question is your homework, okay? You have to tell me the full form of SMS. This is your homework, okay? Next question we have video conferencing is useful for long distance meeting, printing document. For printing document we need printer, not video conferencing, okay? Filling report, data storage, long distance meeting, okay? Next question we have telephone answering machine record. Telephone answering record machines, video calls, missed voice calls, email, printed letter, missed voice calls. Telephone answering machine, missed voice calls. Okay, is record is actually it records it take no. Telephone answering machine records missed voice messages. Okay. Next question we have the biggest advantage of email is slow delivery, no, instant communication, yeah. Which technology combines text, sound, graphics, and video? So basically, this is called a multimedia. And those who don't know what is multimedia, so multimedia is a combination of text, graphics, audio, video, sound, and all. Okay, this is the combination of multimedia. This is the combination of these all stuff. This is called the multimedia. Okay. Mock interviews are mainly conducted for what? Mock interviews. For interview practice. People just say, okay, we have conducted a mock interview. You can test yourself. How's your skills are right now? How much prepared? How much well you have actually prepared? Okay. So this is called a mock interview and interview practices. As people also give mock and mock test. Okay, like that. Okay. Decision making in group mainly requires. If you want to if you want to a decision maker in a group, what does exactly mainly require? Cooperation. How cooperate you are. Okay, cooperation is something that requires. Silence is nothing. If you are so silent, nothing will happen anymore. Isolation is known and option D is also eliminated. Okay, so telex is mainly an old version of what? Telex is a machine. Okay, telex is a machine, and that is mainly an old system of text communication. Okay, one major limitation of oral communication is oral communication, lack of speed, record, interaction, flexibility. You don't have any record. Like as it doesn't it happen in the written, but it does in the oral communication. You don't have any record that you have which kind of the communication you have actually done, right? So that's why it only uses in instant time communication. Okay. Formal reports are generally formal. Formal reports are generally no informal chats. Grapevine messages are informal messages. Okay, random talk no structured document. You don't need to use dear. Okay, like these kind of the word are not formally used. That's the informal words. Okay, don't need to. So it's a structured document. Which communication medium supports remote teamwork best? Notice board, video conferencing, circular letter, poster. So answer is a video conferencing. Okay. An employment application letter should highlight employment. application should highlight weaknesses only, qualifications and skills. Like, is candidate is qualified for this role or not? Like, if you are applying for software engineer and then you don't have that much skills, right? So you got disqualified from this job, right? HR will disqualify you from that job application. Okay. And next question: which feature makes internet communication powerful? Internet communication, global connectivity. It will connect you globally. Okay. You can talk a person in USA, in anywhere. So globally connectivity that actually it provides. So that's why it makes actually communication powerful. Okay. Group discussion mainly evaluate technical repair, communication and teamwork. Communication and teamwork. Okay. The most formal type of business communication is formal type of. Don't take grapevine, official letter, casual chat. Okay. Just casual chat. Sorry. Official letter. Chat will sorry. Casual chat casual chat will only happen into the formal. Okay. So sorry, my bad. Okay. Official letter. Okay. Let's how to let's okay, the answer is option B. Okay. A follow-up letter is generally written after earlier communication. Follow-up letter is generally written after earlier communication. The major advantage of multimedia communication is interactive presentation. How interactive your communication is. How use audio you have, which audio you have used, what the background music you are using, the um, visuals what you are actually using. So that actually increases the um, interactive interactivity of presentation. Okay. Which medium is best for urgent written communication? Urgent written communication is email. Okay. Communications through mobile phones mainly provides portability. A business report should conclude with relevant and recommendations. Which communication tool is more suitable for virtual meetings, video conference? Okay. Courtesy in business communication helps in building goodwill. Courtesy actually shows how polite you are, right? So right now we have question number 100. The ultimate aim of communication is what? Mutual understanding. Okay. So that's all in this lecture, and yeah, that's all in this lecture. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and let me know the answer of the 78. Okay. 78, yeah, it was 78, I think. You have to tell me the answer of your homework, and yeah, that's all. That's actually part one, and we'll be uploading part two as well. Okay, and also let me know how was yours score was out of 100. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.